If the Washington Commanders trade for Davante Adams, we are Super Bowl contenders. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody. We're going to run and put our bodies on people in a violent manner.
You know what time it is. It's time to come out.
I love the way she move it, shake it on me. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about the Washington Commanders potentially trading for Davante Adams. Should they trade for Davante Adams? If so, why and what would we give up? So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We want to roll to 8,000 subscribers. Please help me get there as soon as possible. It would be greatly appreciated if you reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Again, tonight I'll be going live on the channel at 6 p.m. with my man Rio Robinson, so make sure you guys come through for that. Let's get to it. So, yesterday, Davante Adams requested to be traded away from the Las Vegas Raiders following Antonio Pierce liking a picture basically saying, I guess, Davante Adams won't be a part of the Raiders much longer. Antonio Pierce was in the likes. He said he had a hamstring injury, so he didn't play. Then he went on Up and Adams with K. Adams and basically was hinting at no return with the Las Vegas Raiders. He was just focused on the interview, and he was focused on getting a workout in. He had said he had no contact with the Las Vegas Raiders, and then later he requested a trade. I first want to start by saying this. Do I think we're getting Davante Adams? No. Do I expect us to get Davante Adams? No. But the fact that we are in the conversation for an elite talent, I don't care if he's 31 years old, he's still an elite talent. Davante Adams should tell you how different this is. In years past, we would talk about this, but it would be a long shot, knowing that we do not have no kind of opportunity or chance of getting these kind of guys. Now, we are a destination that people want to come play for. Did you hear how fathom or how, happy Davante Adams was talking about Jaden Daniels and how he wanted the Las Vegas Raiders to draft him? You're telling me that's not somebody he would want to come play for? Davante Adams is a possibility. I'm not telling you that it's going to happen, but I'm telling you that Washington is now one of those franchises with a young quarterback, with a first year, second opportunity head coach, a really good offense, have all the money in the world that can make moves happen. Do y'all understand? If we get Davante Adams, I don't care how poor the defense has been over the first 3 weeks. They played well last week, and who knows? Maybe this is the start of something special for the defense. Maybe the defense is finally starting to gel, and they're better than what we thought. But I don't care how many missing pieces we have on the defensive end of the ball. If we somehow get Davante Adams, do y'all understand that our Super Bowl window starts now? Like, I already feel that way based off of 4 weeks, but if we find a way to get Davante Adams, our Super Bowl window literally opens. Our Super Bowl window is literally Jaden Daniels' whole first contract. And what better way to bring that in by surrounding him with more talent? Do we need Davante Adams? Clearly not, because we put up 40, 38, 30. We put up 30-plus points almost every game, besides the Giants game. And, week 1 we was just figuring it out. But we have an opportunity to be in the sweepstakes for Davante Adams based off of what is around us. Now, I do want to drop a little bit of a nugget on you. Every week that a team doesn't trade for Davante Adams, his price lowers by $968,000. So let's just say Washington doesn't even make a trade proposal until, let's say right around the trade deadline, or, right in the November window. Then that kind of puts Washington in a position to not take so much heavy on his contract. So I want to read you guys what they said per Jason OTC. I've had a few people ask me questions about trading for specific wide receivers. The first is Davante Adams. A trade this week will cost the team about $13.5 million for the rest of the year. Each week, the number drops by $968,000. Adams has no guaranteed salary in 2025. So you're telling me no guaranteed salary. So I don't necessarily want to say this is a one and done kind of deal, but he's not really necessarily guaranteed to be on the books for next year's team. So if we're sitting right around that week 8 window and Washington is clearly in the running for not just a playoff spot, but a potential NFC East crown, why not add him? I get it. A lot of y'all still are like, nah, we don't need him. He's a diva this, he's a diva that. We're fine. I don't want to pay him all this money. Listen, we have money to spend. His contract is lowering by the week. He doesn't have a guaranteed salary next year. He's one of the best receivers in the NFL. There's nothing wrong with adding talent. You can never be too good. You can always get better. Love Terry McLaurin. Love Luke McCaffrey. Love what we're getting out of Olamide Zaccheaus. But adding Davante Adams will not stop the progression of those guys. Again, look at Houston. They didn't need Davante. They didn't need Stephon Diggs. They went out and traded for him because they wanted to add him to it and said, why not? We have the assets to give up for Stephon Diggs. Why not add him? Because in that same offseason that they traded for Stephon Diggs, they paid Nico Collins, wide receiver, money. That didn't stop them from going to get Stephon Diggs. Tank Dell, still there, still thriving. You can never be too good. Now, again, if we don't get Davante Adams, well, I'm perfectly fine because our offense is literally clicking without a elite top 5 receiver. You know what I'm saying? All I try to say is adding him to this team won't hurt. It would definitely better our team, and we're in a position to where we can do that. Field Yates, a guy that is very known on in the NFL, he says this: in any trade, you have to factor in a lot of things, including money involved and how likely a team would be to trade to a certain spot. For an example, the Raiders aren't trading their best offensive player to the Chiefs. So I'll offer a team that has a wide receiver need, has plenty of cap space, a stud QB on a rookie deal, perhaps an accelerated timeline play in the NFC. And then he put the Commanders. Are we not the perfect landing spot for Davante Adams? Quarterback on a rookie deal. We can upgrade the wide receiver position. We have a ton of cap space. This is literally our quarterback's rookie year. So he could have 3 years at him at max. I mean, just give me 2 out of Davante Adams. But he could have 3 years at max. And you're telling me out of those 3 years, we're not going to at least be in an NFC championship? Go get Davante Adams. At least call around. At least make an attempt. We made an attempt for Brandon Ayuk, who is not nearly as talented as Davante Adams. So that goes to show you that we are at least trying to upgrade this wide receiver position. We're trying to upgrade it, because if that was the case, we wouldn't have called for Brandon Ayuk in the offseason. Washington is in a position to go get Davante Adams if they choose, if they want to. Call around, just see. What is it going to take? Our 3rd round pick that we got from Philly is the Dolphins' 3rd round pick, and they're going to stink this year because no Tua Tagovailoa. So maybe that 3rd round pick intrigues the Raiders even more to pull the trigger. Do you give him Jonathan Allen, whose contract isn't that much? I think he's on the final year of his deal, or maybe have 2 years left. Something. You could cook up something. Adam Peters can cook up something. He's cooked up endless thus far. I mean, do we have to bring up the fact that he fleeced the Eagles for a 3rd round pick for Jahan Dotson? That's how we got the 3rd round pick that is expendable. Look, y'all, I get it. Some of y'all are still moving scared, and I understand it. But we're all in. Push the chips to the front of the table. because this quarterback has shown you through the first 4 weeks of the season that he's legit. The Cliff Kingsbury has showed you that he's a legit play caller. This defense showed you that, yeah, we're not the most talented, but we're capable of getting stops. We just got to continue to gel together. This offense, as it is, shows you that it's capable of putting up 30, 40 points a game. So why not add more to that? It's not like it's free agency, right? It's not like, oh, Davante Adams is a free agent per se. It's not like I'm neglecting the other needs that we have. Do we have needs at corner? Yes, but who else is out there at corner right now that we could really pick up, or who has requested a trade? It's different if Davante Adams didn't request a trade. He literally requested a trade. I hear people say Marshawn Lattimore, J.C. Horn. How do you know those guys want to leave or requested a trade out of their respective spots? J.C. Horn, I get that because it's Carolina and they could just deal him. But who's to say that Carolina wants to deal him? You know, Davante Adams openly requested a trade, so he wants to leave the Vegas Raiders. Antonio Pierce liked a post where he has said, where it literally says he may not be here too much longer. Antonio Pierce came out and said, some players made business decisions, so moving forward, we will make business decisions. It was clear that he was talking about Davante Adams. Come on, man. So, with that being said, y'all, I don't want to wrap y'all head up too much longer. To me, it just makes too much sense to not at least attempt to go get Davante Adams. I gave y'all some facts about it. Davante Adams. I gave y'all facts about it. I gave y'all the scenario why it's literally the most perfect sense for us. And if we don't get him, so what? But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't pay to call to see, because we're fine without Davante Adams, because we put up points like it's easy. But just imagine how much more dangerous this team is if we add Davante Adams to it. This is a Super Bowl contending team already. And I don't care about what holes we have on the defensive side of the ball. You add an elite talent like that, I'm ready to go compete for a Super Bowl this year. So with that being said, make sure you guys check out my promo code JuanGotti on SeatGeek to get $20 off your first purchase. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Don't forget, I will be going live on the channel tonight with my man Rio Robinson. You have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy. Peace.